The Kern County District Attorney's Office says 4,000 DUI arrests are made every year. That's why, with coronavirus guidelines in mind, 23 ABC and Mothers Against Drunk Driving here in Kern County are taking their 7th annual MADD Dash and Walk Like MADD events online. 23 ABC's Kristen Vartan joins us live from Northwest Bakersfield to share how, for one local mother, the impact hits close to home. Kristen?
Yes, Jess, if you were to ask Mary Jo Kavznica about losing her daughter in a car accident that involved an impaired driver a few years ago, she would have had a really difficult time talking about it. But she was very brave today. We spoke, and she said it's what she describes as a irreplaceable loss that could have been easily preventable, and it's something that she feels every single day. Local mother Mary Jo Kavznica was waiting for her 27-year-old daughter Jackie to come home from a Bakersfield Blaze baseball game one night 6 years ago. Rather than her daughter, a sheriff arrived at Mary Jo's door.
I prayed every day for my kids, my family, and I stood under my crucifix, which I have right by the front door. And I fell apart. I went into a puddle. And all I could tell myself over and over again and looking at that crucifix is, tell me why.
She shared that Jackie was only 5 minutes from home when a drunk driver crashed into the car. Not only did Jackie leave behind her husband and daughter, but she'd gotten accepted to the University of San Francisco.
I'm a type 1 diabetic. I have been almost my entire life, as is her daughter. She was diagnosed at age 6, and I have 2 sisters who are type 1 diabetics. And Jackie said, Mom, I'm going to discover a cure for all of you.
But instead, her daughter and best friend passed away. Only the 3rd passenger survived.
We had to plan a funeral. We had to go to the morgue. We couldn't identify a body because, without going into too much detail, there was nothing left to identify. Nothing.
Mary Jo and her family would go on to wait for a court case for 3 years. She says Carla Pearson, who heads the Mothers Against Drunk Driving Kern County, was there to support her.
She held my hand every single day. Without her and our attorney, Jim Simpson, who worked for the district attorney's office, I would not have survived.
MADD is hosting their 7th annual Walk Like MADD and MADD Dash with 23 ABC virtually this year to make sure that this doesn't keep happening to mothers like Mary Jo. Kern County District Attorney Deputy Brandon Stallings says that our community has the most DUI fatalities in the state per capita and 2nd most in the United States. Since the pandemic, he says the numbers haven't gone down.
We're hearing from law enforcement is that instead of individuals driving impaired kind of in that peak hour or hours from, let's say, 8 p.m. to 3 a.m., they're seeing DUIs now all throughout the day.
They're hoping to raise at least $55,000 this year, where they raised about $80,000 in the past. MADD nationally has lost 80% of their revenue this year during the pandemic, making the virtual walks people do individually from October 3rd to the 10th crucial. Stallings says money will be going directly back into MADD resources in Kern County, including helping victims navigate the court system, speaking at court-ordered DUI offender programs, and education programs at schools. Mary Jo and her husband are very involved in the organization and are actually some of the parents who speak at the schools about what they went through.
I thought, what can I do to honor her, to make sure that her memory stays alive and that something good comes out of this? And with the hand of God, he's led us and opened every door to allow us to do things like this with you.
The event is happening now and will conclude on October 10th with a virtual ceremony. And I know that our very own Jessica Harrington will be running in the MADD Dash this Saturday. So if you want to run virtually with Jessica, or you want to donate or tune into the virtual ceremony, you can head to our website, turnto23.com. For now, live in Northwest Bakersfield, Kristen Vartan, 23 ABC, connecting you. We'll be right back.